Before budgeting apps and Apple Pay, one woman quietly mastered money in a way most of us have forgotten. Her secret? Envelopes, cash, and a plan that built real wealth, even during sky-high inflation. It's 1986. The sun shines through the kitchen window as Maria sits at the wooden table with a steaming cup of coffee. In front of her is a worn-out notebook, a few envelopes, and some crisp dollar bills. She's not just sipping coffee. She's managing money the old-school way. Maria divides her cash into envelopes marked groceries, rent, electricity, and savings. She writes each amount carefully, knowing exactly how much is left. There's no app, no budget tracker, no Google Sheets. Just her mind, her math, and her plan. This wasn't just budgeting. It was frugal living in its most intentional form. She didn't spend what she didn't have. And somehow, even with less income than most people make today, she always saved something. Today, we scroll through bank apps and swipe cards without thinking. But maybe, just maybe, Maria knew something we've forgotten. The economy was chaotic. Interest rates soared past 15%, and every dollar mattered. That meant you could put money in a savings account and earn real cash without doing much. But it also meant loans, like mortgages, were expensive. People used paper more than screens. Bills came in the mail. Paychecks were physical. Budgeting was done with notebooks and calculators, not apps. Many families used the envelope budgeting system, dividing cash into labeled envelopes for rent, food, and savings. It kept spending in check, because once the envelope was empty, the money was gone. Today, we live in a digital world. Money moves with a tap. We pay bills online, track budgets on our phones, and rarely carry cash. It's fast but easy to lose control. The habits from the 1980s were built on discipline and planning. And while technology makes life easier, some of those old habits might be worth bringing back. Habit 1. Pay yourself first with cash. In the 1980s, most people followed one golden rule: pay yourself first. That meant saving money before spending it. And they did it with cash. As soon as they got their paycheck, they put a set amount into a savings envelope. It was the first bill they paid, before rent, food, or anything else. This cash envelope system made every dollar visible and harder to spend without thought. Saving wasn't something they did if they had money left over. It was a habit like brushing your teeth. Today, most people save only if there's something left at the end of the month, which often means saving nothing at all. What made the 1980s method powerful was the use of real cash. Seeing and touching money made it feel more real. It reminded you, this is your future in your hands. Now, we can mix that habit with tech, set automatic transfers on payday. But the old mindset? That's what really matters. Save first. Always. This was how people consistently lived below their means, by saving before spending. But saving was just the beginning. The next habit? It made every dollar grow fast. Habit 2. High interest awareness and leveraging. In the 1980s, people paid close attention to interest rates.
Why?
Because savings accounts could earn 10%, 15%, even 18% a year. That meant your money could grow fast, just by sitting in the bank. Back then, people shopped around. They walked into different banks, asked about rates, and moved their money to where it earned the most. They treated their savings like an investment. Today, interest rates are lower, but there are still smart options. Some online banks and apps offer 4 to 5% on a high-interest savings account. But many people don't even look. They leave money in accounts earning almost nothing. The 1980s taught us to be smart with where we keep our money. Don't let your cash sit idle. Whether it's a savings account, a money market fund, or a short-term bond, make your money work for you. Awareness is power, and in personal finance, every percent counts. But what if your spending could protect you from overspending before you even swipe your card? Habit 3. Cash loyalty, avoiding impulse and branding. In the 1980s, frugal living was a way of life. People were careful with every dollar. Most used cash, so they thought hard before spending. There were no credit card swipes or one-click online buys. If you didn't have the money, you didn't buy it. They also didn't care much about big-name brands. It's the mindset behind stealth wealth. Spend less, but don't look broke, just smart. If a store brand cereal was cheaper, they bought it. Coupons were clipped from newspapers, and shopping was planned, not rushed. This helped people avoid impulse buying. No last-minute gadgets, no buying something just because it looked cool online. Money had weight literally and emotionally. Today, it's easy to overspend without even noticing. But going back to using cash, even for one category like groceries, can help us slow down and think. Money was also social. And the next habit proves that sometimes community is the best currency. Habit 4. Community finance and trust circle. In the 1980s, money wasn't just personal, it was shared in the community. People talked about saving, borrowing, and spending with friends and family. It wasn't weird to ask for help or to join hands to reach a money goal. Some neighborhoods had small savings groups. Friends would gather once a month, put in some cash, and take turns using the money for big needs, like school fees, weddings, or emergencies. It was based on trust, not credit scores. This kind of money circle created support, advice, and accountability. If you were part of it, you felt responsible. You were more careful with your money. Today, we often keep money worries to ourselves. Social media shows fake luxury lifestyles, but hides real struggles. But we can bring back the idea. Start a small group with people you trust, online or in real life. Share goals, track progress, and stay honest together. Old school community finance built real wealth, not just in dollars, but in connection. And brand loyalty, unless it truly adds value, it's just fancy packaging. The 1980s reminded us, value beats brand, and cash keeps you honest. But connection alone wasn't enough. The final habit? It protected their peace and their wallets. Habit 5. Front-loading your bill payments. In the 1980s, when people got paid, the first thing they did was pay their bills. Rent, electricity, phone, those were handled right away. It was called front-loading your payments. This habit kept stress low. You always knew the important stuff was taken care of. Whatever was left after bills could be used for food, savings, or fun. Today, many people delay paying bills and spend first. But then the end of the month comes, and they're short on cash. This creates a cycle of late fees, debt, and worry. Front-loading your bills means treating your needs like top priority. It's simple. When money comes in, pay your big bills first. You can even set automatic payments to make it easier. The key is to act like your bills are non-negotiable, because they are. This old habit builds peace of mind, and peace is priceless. Imagine mixing the best of the 1980s with today's technology. That's what smart people are doing now, a hybrid money system. They use cash for daily spending like groceries or fun money. Why? Because cash makes you think before you spend. But they also use apps to track bills and savings. It's the perfect mix of discipline and convenience. For example, you can set up automatic savings transfers, just like pay yourself first, but digitally. At the same time, using cash for some things helps you stay grounded and avoid swiping too fast. Some even hold money check-ins once a week, just like people use to review their notebooks. You can do it on your phone or with a friend over coffee. Old habits made people careful. New tools make things faster. Together, they can make you powerful with money. Now, let's fast forward to today. Same principles, new tools. Meet Leo, a 29-year-old graphic designer. 6 months ago, he was always broke by the second week of the month. His bills were late, and his savings account was almost empty. Then he tried something new, the old school meets modern method. He started using cash envelopes for groceries, fun, and gas. He also set up auto pay for bills and automatic transfers to savings, just like pay yourself first. Every Sunday, he checked his spending using a free budget app. The results? In just 6 months, Leo saved $2,000, stopped paying late fees, and finally built a small emergency fund. He even started a group chat with 2 friends to share money tips and stay motivated. Leo's isn't just a success, it's a financial freedom story powered by habits from the past. Leo says the biggest change wasn't the tools, it was the mindset. He became more mindful, more in control. Old habits, new tools, real results. The money habits from the 1980s were simple but powerful. People saved first, paid bills early, avoided impulse buys, and leaned on their community for support. Today, we have apps, cards, and digital tools. But sometimes, we need to slow down and remember what worked before. Start small. Use one envelope. Set one auto transfer. Talk to one friend about money. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Old school money habits aren't outdated. They're timeless. And when you mix them with modern tools, You get control, peace, and a future that feels strong.